Welcome to the Taking Vegas podcast for the weekend of November 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's Friday here, getting this podcast done. Gonna have some free picks for you tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday over in the NFL. Oh my Lord, we got a lot to speak about. I'm Chris Hodge. This is the Taking Vegas podcast. Be sure to visit takingvegas.com as well. Bunch of free picks there. I'm going to be all over the place a little today. I need you guys to hang in with me because there is so much that has gone on in sports. So much stupid stuff has gone on. And I'm going to tie it into wagering on sports, which is ultimately what this podcast is supposed to be about and what we do. Let's get things started with the Nets and the Kyrie Irving saga. I tell you, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand what the man does. I don't understand why he does it. He's a guy that cannot be figured out, but I know this. Every single year, this man, Kyrie Irving, he comes up with a way to somehow miss games. It's unbelievable. And what he did, I'm not going to get into what he posted, why he posted. We have all seen the story. We all know it. But the press conference he does yesterday has to be one of the dumbest press conferences of all time. Very simple. He got asked the question, are you anti-Semitic? There is one answer to that question. One word. It's 2 letters. That's it. No. That's it. A second grader would have known how to answer that question. Kyrie says, how can I be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from? What the hell does that mean? What are you talking about? Just say no. Just say no. Right? But that's Kyrie. So, whole bunch of stuff going on with the Nets. Obviously, Steve Nash gets fired during the week. So Steve Nash, we can make the argument that he should have never had the job in the first place. Fine. He had no coaching experience. Okay. I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to argue this, right? But Kyrie Irving, when Steve Nash got hired, said, we're so good we don't need a coach. Okay. So that's a great thing to say when your coach is coming in. That's phenomenal. What Kyrie and Kevin Durant were looking for, well, yes, just a guy that wouldn't bother them. A yes man. That's it. That's all they wanted. They don't want to be coached. You can tell they don't want to be coached. They never wanted to be coached, ever. Kyrie left Boston. Boston got better. Durant left the Warriors won a championship. These 2 guys are clowns. They're clowns. So they get Nash fired. All right, listen, results are results. It is what it is. Nash didn't produce the results with the team that's expected to compete for a championship. You get fired. It's happened before. But now there's rumors that the Nets are going to go hire Ime Udoka from, obviously, the situation with the Celtics. What the hell is that going to do for the Nets? Are you kidding me? All that's going to do is have the Nets executives hide their wives. That's all they're going to do. They ain't going to do anything for you guys. Ime Udoka coached the Celtics last year. Okay, great. They went to the NBA Finals. But obviously, he has some issues off the court. Can't trust this guy. You're a Nets executive. You want this guy around your wife? Get the hell out of here. Who would want that? So the Nets are a dumpster fire, man. Holy smokes. They got some crazy stuff going on. And let me explain this to you. I told you I'd tie it into sports wagering. A lot of you guys, when you bet sports, obviously, you bet the Brooklyn Nets. Whoever they're playing on a given night. Let's say they're playing the Bucks. You bet the Brooklyn Nets. You bet the name, N-E-T-S. You bet the Nets. What you are really betting is the players on the Nets to have a good game. So you need Kyrie to be focused. You need Kevin Durant to be focused. You need Ben Simmons to not be a mental patient because he's out of his mind. You need those players within the team to play well. If you're going to put your money on the Brooklyn Nets right now, you are out of your mind because within the Nets is craziness, lunacy. That's what's going on. So, and you have to do that with all teams. You can't look at the Warriors right now. The Warriors, defending champs, they're struggling. Can we go back to the Draymond Green punch on Jordan Poole? I mean, is it a coincidence? The Warriors are struggling right now. If the Warriors weren't hurt, they don't ever struggle. Right? If they don't have that season a couple years ago where everyone was out, that team doesn't struggle. But all of a sudden they get into a fight preseason, and now they're on a 4-game losing streak. Maybe it's a coincidence. So when you bet, you have to take all of this into account. How is the team performing within itself, meaning the players, right? If the players aren't focused, if the players got other stuff going on, that might be a team you don't want to bet on, right? So, and look, the sports books, they don't count on you guys knowing that. They just count on you saying, I think the Nets are going to win tonight. I think the Warriors are going to win tonight. I think the 49ers are going to win tonight. Doesn't matter what the team is. Doesn't matter what the sport. But at the end of the day, you are betting the individual players on those teams to perform up to their capabilities. And if you don't understand that, people get hurt when it comes to sports wagering. I'm going to get into boxing in just a moment. I told you, this is a little bit of a crazy podcast. We're going to be all over the place today. But before I do that, I want to get to the free pick for tonight, Friday. Last week on Friday night, we hit the free pick. I want to get the free pick done for you guys again tonight. Look at the UMass UConn total, 40.5. We like the under in that game. Both of those teams are terrible, man. I mean, UMass and UConn, those are two bad football teams. You might not want to watch the game, but we're going to go with under 40.5 for Friday night free pick, takingvegas.com. Also on takingvegas.com, don't hold me to the exact number because sometimes you guys do that. It drives me crazy. There's about, that a fair word, about, there's about 20 free pick articles on takingvegas.com. So go check out takingvegas.com and get the free pick articles. And again, tonight, Friday night, free pick under UMass UConn. Let's go over to boxing. The Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford saga. That's taken a nice little turn to it, with Terrence Crawford posted something on Instagram saying he basically take the fight for nothing because he's so sure he's going to beat Errol Spence. Here's what these boxers, I don't even blame the boxers, I blame the promoters. So when that fight was first announced, right, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, everyone in the world that likes boxing wants to see that fight. Great. When that fight was first announced, I sent my wife a text message. Hey, we're going to Vegas November 19th. That's where we're going to be. We're going to that fight. First day. Come to find out, fight gets postponed. Over stupidity. Money this, promoters that. Fights have been postponed or delayed over who walks out first. This has gone on in boxing forever. It's just stupid stuff. But at the end of the day, all the fans want to see are the best fights. And that's why I respect Canelo Alvarez. I don't care that he lost a fight. He went up in weight. I don't care. The guy tries to fight the best fights. He put himself in harm's way going up to 175. Bivol, he lost to. Okay. He bit off more than he could chew. But you respect him for doing that. Canelo has always tried to take the best fights. And you guys out there that kill Mayweather tried to do it too. I don't want to hear no nonsense that Mayweather ducked Pacquiao, all this nonsense. Mayweather is so much better than everyone else, or was so much better than everyone else. Obviously, he's retired now. But Mayweather fought everyone. But somehow Pacquiao got the credit for it. Right off the top of my head, who Mayweather fought De La Hoya. De La Hoya was basically still in his prime. Mayweather fought him. Mayweather fought everyone. He fought Mosley. He fought Pacquiao. He fought everyone. He fought Canelo. He was Canelo's only loss before Canelo just got beat. So all the fans want to see are the two best. Go at it. That's it. And these two idiots can't figure it out. I don't blame Crawford. I blame Spence. Why the hell would Crawford do that video if it wasn't Spence's fault? And I'm telling you right now, Crawford would take Spence apart. We can have that argument. I'm looking right into the damn camera. That fight doesn't go 5 rounds. Crawford would annihilate Errol Spence Jr. Annihilate. I don't know what the line would be. I don't know who would be favored. I don't care. Terrence Crawford is a better fighter. He is a better boxer. He would annihilate Errol Spence. So all the Errol Spence fans now could, you guys seeing this, or hearing this, you guys can write in, oh, you're Chris, you're an idiot, you're this, you're that. I don't care, write it. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm telling you what I know. Terrence Crawford going to annihilate Errol Spence. And you know something? Maybe that's why they don't want the fight. Because deep down, a man knows it. You got Terrence Crawford. I'll fight it for free. Take your guarantee. Take this. Take that. I don't care. I am so sure I'm going to beat the man. That was the video. I don't see no video from Errol Spence. So I agree. And let's move on. Before I get to game breakdowns, let's talk about, oh, man, this was a good one. We have cheating in cornhole now. I thought the one a couple months ago, maybe it was a month ago, where there was cheating in fishing. A couple dudes caught a fish, put weights down the fish's mouth to make the fish weigh more. Who comes up with this bird-brained idea? And now we got cheating in cornhole? Cheating? I'm like, guys, no one cares. No one cares what type of fish you catch. No one cares about cornhole. You know what cornhole's on TV when absolutely nothing else in the world, including the spelling bee, is on TV to watch? That's when cornhole goes on TV. No one cares. You're going to try to cheat now? Go look at that story. And look, again, I said I would tie it into sports gambling. There are some dirty sports out there. Tennis, dirty sport, easy matches to fix. Soccer's been fixed forever, okay? Stick with what you know. You know, I'm not saying games haven't been manipulated in years past. I'm not saying that. Obviously, they have. But, NFL, multi-billion-dollar company. College football and basketball, multi-billions of dollars. Baseball, NHL. These are sports you know. Don't go bet a soccer match that idiot teams get together and fix, or two idiots in tennis decide, oh, we're not going to do this, you win this match, whatever. Why are you betting that? Why would you put your money on that? I don't think there's a line on cornhole. Hell, there's a line on everything else, so there might be. But we're at a point in society right now where we come up with an idea to cheat on cornhole. I mean, whatever happened to just being good and winning? Instead of putting your mind to, oh, how could I cheat? How about, how can I get better? Where are we with that? I can't throw this damn little, this beanbag into a hole. Let me practice. No, I'm going to use a beanbag that's a little smaller. What madness is this? Oh, yeah, we got to win this fishing tournament. Let's open up this fish's mouth and put things into it. Like no one else will figure this out. Like craziness. All right, that's a little bit of a rant. I told you we're going to be a little bit all over the place. Let's talk about Saturday. Big weekend in college football, man. Tennessee and Georgia. Tennessee is ranked number 1 in the CFP. I don't agree. I know the Tennessee people are going to be up in arms over this one, but Georgia is the national champion. Georgia hasn't lost a game this year. You want to tell me Tennessee beat LSU and beat Alabama? Fine. Okay. The champion hasn't been knocked out yet. So to me, the champion should be number 1. And again, this is all semantic. It doesn't matter. This is going to play out. But Tennessee is number 1 with the CFP. Playing Georgia. We have a free pick on that game. Georgia's got some injuries. We also have a free pick on Kentucky, Missouri, Liberty, and Arkansas. Kentucky and Missouri, very interesting matchup. Liberty and Arkansas, very interesting matchup because Liberty's 7-1. Arkansas is obviously SEC. Arkansas looked really good against Auburn last week. They got Auburn's coach fired, who sucked anyway, so it doesn't matter. Also, I have the Breeders' Cup going on for Saturday. That's always interesting. And we got some big games, Alabama, LSU, UCF, and Memphis. That's all available at takingvegas.com. You can call 888-9-WIN-NOW. That's 888-994-6669. And a free pick we're giving out on the Sports Investors Daily radio show, which is aired on Saturday all across the country. So, again, this is the free pick for Saturday, college football. We're going to go with the under in the South Carolina Vanderbilt game. Last week, we gave out an under. The line moved against us. We gave out under 62, Baylor, Texas Tech, or 62.5 under, but the line came down to 60.5. So, going to say that probably when people got the podcast and people actually bet the game, depending on time of bet, they probably did lose that one. So we're claiming 2-1 last week with the free picks. But this week, under South Carolina Vanderbilt. I'm not going to give you a number. Just bet the under South Carolina Vanderbilt. Expect a low-scoring game. And a big Saturday. Again, college football gets a big day. Last week, not really great in terms of game matchups. This week is good. This week is good with game matchups. And last week, you had Ohio State, Penn State, which was a good game. But Tennessee, Georgia. Then you got Clemson, Notre Dame, which is Notre Dame is always national, so that's always good. Alabama, LSU. I mean, got some good matchups this week. College football is in the forefront right now. Yes, the World Series. As of time of doing this podcast, the Astros are up 3-2. So we'll see if they close that out on Saturday or Sunday, which can't see the Phillies winning both games in Houston. Would be very surprised if they did that. So probably Houston closes that series out in one of those games, 6 or 7. It's been a good World Series. You had the no-hitter, the other combined no-hitter. Great catch last night, preserving the victory for Houston. And it's been a good World Series. It certainly hasn't been bad. Thursday Night Football, what did I tell you guys last week? I said, you bet double digits in the NFL. Politely said, you're idiots, politely. Proved true again last night. Double-digit favorites in the NFL. I'll say it again. It's a death sentence. It is a death sentence. Do not do it. Double-digit favorites in the NFL this year are 5-9 against the spread. That's what they are. Double-digit favorites, 5-9 against the spread. So last night, game just gets over the total. Got over early in the fourth quarter, but 45.5, it lands on 46. And Houston covers against a very, very good Philadelphia team that has aspirations of winning the Super Bowl. But again, the double digit does not cover last night. Let's go over to the NFL. Interesting matchups in the NFL. Obviously, we got some big games and some games that just, you look at and you're like, you thought this would be a big game, and it's not. And one of those games is the LA Rams versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, the NFL, when they made the schedule, first Sunday of November, I don't think they thought both of these teams would be under 500. I thought they easily think this is the game that's getting flexed to Sunday night, or would be the Sunday night game if they haven't started the flex yet, whatever the case may be. And the Rams come in at 3-4, the Bucs come in at 3-5. Boy, I tell you, if Tom Brady could never be taken down, a divorce took him down. Like, his mind hasn't been focused since. I mean, and it's a shame because, Tom Brady went from being hated pretty much to now, like, you feel bad for him. But I'll tell you this is interesting about Tom Brady. And I've made this comment to my wife numerous times because Tom Brady always reminded me of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got the ball at the end of the game. You knew he was shooting it, and mostly he was going to make it. I mean, that was it. Every time Tom Brady would get the ball at the end of a game, I would look and say, he's going to go right down the field and score. He does it all the time. He's just going to go right down the field and score. When they played Baltimore last week, I didn't have that same feeling. When he came on the field and they needed to go down and score, I'm like, he might not do this. And that's the first time I ever felt that way about Tom Brady. Really, first time I ever felt that way about Tom Brady. We have a free pick on that game. So Sunday, here is that free pick for the NFL on Sunday. LA, Tampa Bay, under 42.5. I know you guys, look, I get the emails. I give out my emails, Chris@takingvegas.com. I know you always using unders. Yes, overs are overinflated. People are inherently good. They want to root for both teams. You don't think the odds makers know that? So, yeah, an over that should be 42.5. They'll bump up to 45.5. And people will still bet the over anyway because they want to bet the over, want to bet unders. There's always more value with unders. You just have to have the balls to do it. This total shouldn't be 42.5. This total shouldn't even be 39. These two teams stink offensively. Tampa Bay scored 3 points against Carolina. What else do you need to know? Look what Atlanta just put up on Carolina. Tampa Bay scored 3. You don't tell me they suck offensively? And this total's 42.5. Forget that. This game will be 17-10. So under Bucs and Rams. We have 3 free picks: Miami, Chicago, Minnesota, Washington, Las Vegas, and Jacksonville. I don't even know how the Las Vegas-Jacksonville game ended up on the free picks because those two teams stink too. But they're free. 888-9-WIN NOW is the number to call. 888-994-6669. Also, one and only Pro Football NFL Game of the Year is on Sunday. We like this game a whole lot. We won our college football Game of the Year back on October 15th. Now we're doing the NFL version. So that is on Sunday. Last week overall in the NFL, we went 4-0 with free picks, 3-0 with the if you called, and then on the free pick, which I gave out here on this podcast, was the under Giants in Seattle. So we hit that, and we look to keep it going. It's been a great season in college football. It's been a great season in the NFL. The NBA is just starting to come into things now. College basketball gets started next week, which is exciting. And again, some big matchups in the NFL. Obviously, Tennessee and Kansas City, the Sunday night game. Both teams are 5-2. Nice little matchup there. And a couple interesting matchups. Chargers and Falcons becomes an interesting matchup. Obviously, the Bills and the Jets becomes an interesting matchup. 6-1 versus 5-3. Buffalo wins that game, which they probably should. They really take a stranglehold on the AFC East. So, again, you have some matchups that you thought would be good. Rams and Bucs. Maybe some matchups at the time of the season you didn't think would be good. Bills and Jets. Chargers and Falcons. So there's some interesting stuff going on with the NFL and sports in general. Like I said, the Nets situation is a weird situation. We got cheating going on in cornhole. That's hilarious. I won't even think about doing that. Of all the sports to think about cheating on, cornhole. Really? And we had that. And we're going to end this podcast soon, but we had the steroid era in baseball. They're probably still doing it. Performance-enhancing drugs. These guys tend to make millions and millions of dollars. What the hell are you making off cornhole? Right, I could see sticking a needle in your ass to make millions upon millions of dollars. I don't agree with it. I don't condone it, but it makes sense. I can at least say, the more home runs you hit, you get a bigger contract, you take care of your family. Okay, at least I can at least say, okay, that makes some sense. What the hell are you doing cheating and fishing and cornhole? $28,000. Are you out of your mind? Furthermore, where do you come up with the idea? You're sitting at night with your girl. Oh, I got it. Here's what we're going to do, hon. We're going to put weights in the fish. Really? Oh, how about this? We're gonna make the beanbag a little smaller. Like, come on. Where are we at in society? Just get better. Practice. Get better. Well, it is what it is. So, guys, look, again, takingvegas.com. There is about 20 free pick articles. Again, the keyword there is, because I don't want to get the complaints and the nonsense, about. Some idiot goes and counts every friggin', hey, Chris, there was only 16. You said 17. That happened last week. So I'm saying about, because the articles go up every single day. We have a ton of different writers here, so the articles go up every single day. Free picks. Recap. Under UMass UConn for Friday. Under South Carolina Vanderbilt for Saturday. Under Rams Bucks for Sunday. That's an under trifecta right there. Breeders' Cup for Saturday. I know nothing about horse racing, but the guys in my office have that locked and loaded, so they like that. I like betting on the horses, but haven't had great success with that. But the guys in my office, they certainly do, and they have the Breeders' Cup. And then free picks for Saturday. Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, Georgia, Liberty, and Arkansas. 888-9-WIN-NOW, 888-994-6669. Free picks for Sunday. Miami, Chicago, Minnesota, Washington, Las Vegas, and Jacksonville. 888-9-WIN-NOW, 888-994-6669. If you're at takingvegas.com, navigate through the site. Live odds, live scores, live injury reports, live weather reports, the whole 9 yards. And it'll help you out with your sports gambling needs. And have a great weekend, everyone. And be sure to check back the podcast next week when we do the Taking Vegas podcast. Enjoy the weekend, make some money, and we'll catch you next week. Have a great day.